Hello, Spark fans. Merry December. It is now time that we can celebrate. Happy Hanukkah if you celebrate it. Happy Christmas if you're about to go and celebrate it. It's generally that time of year. And as the present to myself, I want to talk about advancing analytics for a little moment. So we're not doing any technical deep dives today. If you're here looking after tech, wizardry, and knowledge, this is not the video for you. There's plenty of others you can go and take a look at. There's three things I want to quickly talk to you about. One is the fact that we now have merch. So if you want to have any of our Lake House designs, any of our Advancing Spark, Hello Spark fans designs, we've got a place for that, and I'll show you that in a second. Two, we are hiring. So Advancing Analytics have been growing like crazy over the past 2 years, 3 years. We've been around for 3 years. And as we take on more client projects, as we take on bigger and more interesting and weirder and wonderful projects, then we need to scale up squad. So we're looking for a range of junior consultant and senior data engineers to come and work under my part of the business, doing data engineering, building lots of things with Spark, with Databricks, with the rest of the Azure data platform, doing a bit of Synapse, all that kind of stuff. If that sounds good, then take a look at our job adverts and I'll tell you about that in a second. And finally, I want to talk about SQL Bits, where they've just announced all of the pre-con sessions and Advancing Analytics are doing 3 of them. And I want to give you a little heads up about what those are, what you can come and learn, and why you should come and hang around and talk sign-ups with me. That's the plan. So things we need to talk about. Firstly, getting a bit meta is yesterday's video. Yes, I only wear check shirts. I know. Making YouTube, I just see myself and go, my wardrobe's all the same. But now, if you go and have a look at our videos and you scroll down a bit, you get this little scroll bar with a load of different things that you can see in our merchy shop. Now, most of this is just things that we have with conferences. If you come and find us at a conference, we will have occasionally stickers, always stickers, occasionally mugs, sometimes t-shirts. It depends on what we're doing. If you want to get ahead of that and you want to have some yourself, or you can't make it to one of our conferences, we can dive in there. Now, I've no idea why anyone would actually want one of these things, but apparently people do. If you want one, you go nuts. You can sort yourself out. There's all sorts of things. Mainly it's the lake housey stuff. So we really do like our little lake house mug. You go and have a little lake house. Go and drink some tea by the lake house. Very, very Databricksy. But again, that's a new thing. We're just trying it out. We can only do it because we hit 10,000 subscribers, which again is insane. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and generally being with us on this journey. So yeah, madness. Anyway, enough of that stuff. Next up is the job roles. So yeah, I mean, as consultants, what we tend to do, we go and work with a whole range of different clients. And certainly on the engineering side, we build lots of lake houses. So that's anything from looking after our internal product. So we've got a thing called Hydrate, which is a load of solution accelerators with Databricks notebooks, Python wheels, orchestration patterns, and things like Data Factory, a whole metadata system, a load of DevOps that we use to just take a client from having an existing on-prem warehouse or a system in an entirely different thing, load of relational databases, and we help them get started building out a lake, doing all the good data cleansing, all the telemetry, all the logging lineage, all the low-down, dirty, sparky performance tuning, all of that stuff, so they can then start doing analytics and they can start building out data science on top of it. If that sounds like something you are interested in, well, then we are hiring. Unfortunately, we are only hiring people currently who have the right to work in the UK and are in the UK because Brexit has kind of meant we can't be as spread out as we want. So we're looking for people who can work in the UK, but it is entirely remote. So wherever you are, you can work from home, occasionally a bit of travel to come and see us and go to parties and that kind of stuff, but it is a largely remote opportunity. If that all sounds good and you're the kind of person that actually wants to talk about people's problems, figure out how you can help them, wants to teach people, wants to do what we do and spread the good knowledge of how this stuff works, then take a look at those applications. There's a couple of different roles going from junior, consultancy, senior, depending on your range of experience, depending on your consultancy experience, depending on where you are in life. If you are as passionate about tech as we are, then give us a shout. That's item number 2. And then finally, yes, we have this whole bundle, not 1, not 2, but 3 pre-cons all at SQL Bits next year. If you're not familiar with SQL Bits is easily the biggest data conference in the UK, or the biggest Microsoft-themed data conference in the UK, if not Europe. So it is a huge community-driven conference. And it's one of the places I first started speaking. I first started giving technical talks. And one of the major things kind of they're doing a big push for this year is to try and say, hey, we want to see some new faces. We want to get some people who aren't they're not the old grizzled dude you see at all the conferences, but instead get some new faces, share some new experience. So the conferences, the training days that we're doing, if you want to come and spend a day in person doing a big deep dive through a load of stuff, you can sign up to one of these training days or a couple of them. So first things first, you got myself and one of the master advanced analytics principal consultants, a guy called Zach. So myself and Zach are from AA, and we've got Stan coming and joining us, and we'll be talking all things data engineering in Synapse. And there's a lot to do there. That's giving you a little bit of a taste of Spark and where that fits in the story. A little bit about how to build a lake house and how you should structure a good lake. Should be a little bit of Synapse and, well, not Synapse, serverless. How that fits in. How you can actually tie that together and serve the data out to things like Power BI and Synapse Link and all that kind of crazy good stuff. How you model your databases, how you tie it into one big, whole, coherent story. It's going to be a fairly crazy day of lots and lots of stuff. One day. Day 2 was Anna and Falak, both members of Glorious Advancing Analytics, and they're going to be talking about how you do DevOps for a data platform. Mainly how you do Terraform to actually make your DevOps that next level automated bit of coolness. Now, there'll be lots of different things, talking about some of the different elements that you normally get in a data platform. So how you do things like getting out Data Factory, data lakes, all that kind of stuff. Also taking a look at how you do Databricks, including the Databricks Labs Terraform packages, which are awesome and do a load of really interesting stuff. So lots and lots of cool bits and pieces. If you want to absolutely automate the deployment of your data platform, then that is a great one to go along to. And then finally, we have our data science maestros. So we've got Terry McCann, started the company with me, bringing all of his AI data science knowledge, and Gary, who you may have seen recently on kind of a very first YouTube debut. They're going to be joining forces and talking about how you do machine learning using Azure Synapse and how you integrate with things like ML, Azure ML services, how you bring all of that stuff together to become an absolute master. So day 1, you can come and learn Azure Synapse, how you do that from the engineering point of view. Day 2, you can then fork off and either do DevOps and go to the extreme with Terraform, or you can go and learn how you do the other side of the fence on data science. It's quite an interesting choice of stuff you can do. So that is coming up. We'll include the link down below. There's a whole load of other training days and training sessions, a whole load of stuff to pick from. Obviously, you should come and do my one. It just goes without saying. Put the links down below. Check it out. And yeah, no, that's it. That's all. I'm going to stop selling at you now. That's the sales pitch. It's my Christmas present to myself. I'm allowed to do a sales pitch now and then. And yeah, tons and tons of stuff going on. So if you're looking to move, you'll want to join an exciting, growing consultancy, give us a shout. You want to wear my face on a sticker for some reason? I don't know. You can go over there. Finally, if you want to go to SQL Bits, check it out. Try and make an effort to go to the conference anyway. The Saturday is a free day, so it just makes sense to go and absorb all the knowledge from the crazy amount of incredibly knowledgeable, incredibly talented speakers that are going to be there. And yeah, come along to a training day if you want to learn from us in person, face-to-face, or I think you can do remote hybrid. We will see. Cool. That's me for now. You guys have a fantastic time, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.